what happened to the tax bill? $78 billion tax bill that included an enhanced child tax credit. As I predicted, that tax bill was in the House, went to the Senate on February 1st. The Senate very busy doing the immigration bill, spent a lot of times doing the immigration bill, was slapped down, never made the bill never made to the House. It was defeated even before it went to the House. Now the Senate is working on a different type of bill for Ukraine aid and Taiwan aid, which has taken up a lot of their time, and this bill has gone on the back burner. Um, starting next week, the Senate will go back home, work with their constituents for 2 weeks. They'll be out from February 12th to February 23rd. And hopefully, when they come back, they will look at this bill, depending on whatever the other priorities are, and get to it. Do I think it'll eventually pass? Yeah, I think that the bill will pass the Senate. It'll go to the president for a signature, and we will have a $78 billion tax bill that included an enhanced child credit. Enhanced child credit. We need to talk about that in another video, what it actually really did. Now, I guess the biggest question here is, this bill would have, if passed, help low-income individuals receive a little bit more money on their refundable child tax credit. And in my previous video, we say, should we have waited for this or not waited for this in my posting? And I said, well, why not? You could wait because these individuals that gets this refundable credit are held up anyhow. They can't, their taxes start to process in the middle of February. They get refunds at the end of February. That was part of the 2015 PATH Act. And anyone who gets an earned income credit or just, child tax credit, their refunds are delayed. Well, what is a refundable child tax credit? It is the additional child tax credit. It is one of those two credits that got people delayed. But I say, for the amount of money that they were going to give back to those folks, that was retroactive to 2023, it's not worth the wait. Go ahead, do your tax returns. The proposed bill, if it does pass, will adjust your tax return, and the few dollars that you would get extra based on this bill will eventually get back to you. Why wait for a couple $100 or less than a couple $100 when you really should just do your taxes and get your refunds? Now, what happens? What's the next steps? Okay. Well, Senate will go out. They'll come back. They'll come back on the February 23rd. We'll hope that they do pass this bill as with the way the House passed it. And if it does, those folks that were entitled to some additional refund for 2023. Again, those are families that have low income. They will get an adjustment. But if you really want to know what this enhanced tax credit did, let's wait. Let's see what the final bill is. Look at my video, because all of that media that you have seen, the news talking about the child tax credit on TV, articles and posts, they make this sound like you're getting all this extra money, and it's everywhere. Any American sitting in their household looking at the news saw the news media talking about this. They really got it wrong. You're not getting very much. We've always had a child tax credit. This is an adjustment to it. It gives a very small amount back to people. I would talk about the details of what it did. And then for those who are not low income, it did really very little for you. did nothing for you in 2023, may give you $100 for each child in 2024 and an additional one for 2025, and it all goes away. But stay tuned. Let's look at what happens, what passes, and I'll get back to everybody.